Welcome back. In the previous few lectures, we have seen the concept of stability, characteristic equation, and root stability test for the investigation of closed loop stability. In the root stability test, we have seen that if there is a sign change in the first column of root array, then the system is unstable and number of sign changes equal to the number of poles in the right half of S plane. But the location of those poles was undetermined. Also, we have seen in the conditional stability that as the system gain k increases, system moves towards instability. That means its poles moves towards right half of S plane. But how it moves, that was also not determined. Now, root locus is a concept where we can find this. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the root locus, its definition, concept, and angle and magnitude conditions. So, let us start with it. Root locus is a locus of closed loop poles of the system when system gain k is varied from 0 to infinity. So, closed loop poles are the roots of characteristic equation and hence it is called as root locus. So, let us have some elaboration. So, for example, we have a system with open loop transfer function k upon s into s plus 2 and h of s equal to 1. Then its closed loop characteristic equation is 1 plus k upon s into s plus 2 equal to 0. So, s square plus 2s plus k equal to 0 is the closed loop characteristic equation, and roots of this equation are the closed loop poles. And as per the definition of root locus, what we want to find is the closed loop poles, how they move from k when the k is changed from 0 to infinity. So, at k equal to 0, this becomes s square plus 2s. So, poles are at s equal to 0 minus 2, and let us try to sketch this. So, when k is 0, the poles are at s equal to 0 and minus 2. Then if I change this k slightly, the poles will start moving, because now pole location is dependent on k. So, let us consider now k equal to 1. At k equal to 1, the poles are at, so when k is 1, this is s square plus 2s plus 1, that is s plus 1 whole square, and the poles are at minus 1 minus 1, and they are here. And that means as gain k changes, this pole has started moving from this location towards this, and this location, and this pole moves from this location towards this. Let us do it for one more case. At k equal to 2, poles are at, so when it is to s square plus 2s plus 2, so the roots are s equal to minus 1 plus j minus 1 minus j. That is, the poles move towards this. Let us mark it. Here they are repeated, and then they move at this one. So the poles located with blue ink denotes this condition, with red ink denotes this condition, and with black ink denotes this condition. And this way it will move. And when k becomes infinity, the poles will also be at infinity. So this entire locus can be sketched. However, it is difficult to solve this for every value of k and then join all points. Yes, nowadays it is easy with the software. Just using for loop and changing the k, it can be done. But long days back it was not possible. And in that case, Evans developed the methodology to sketch the root locus. And hence it is called as Evans root locus. So we are going to see this in detail in series of lectures, but let us now move. So the concept is covered. Now let us move to angle and magnitude condition. So let us consider a feedback system, obviously negative feedback, shown below. We will consider a system that is having forward path function as g of s and feedback function as h of s. And the closed loop characteristic equation of this system, which system? This given system is 1 plus GSHS equal to 0. And closed loop poles are the roots of this equation, roots of the closed loop characteristic equation. So every pole is satisfying this equation, and hence it also satisfies all its properties. Now from this what I get? One plus GSHS equal to 0. So GSHS is equal to minus 1, and GSHS is a complex quantity. GSHS is a complex quantity. And hence can be represented as mod of GSHS into angle of G, and angle of GSHS, r theta form, polar form, is equal to GSHS. And as we have GSHS is equal to minus 1, so its magnitude will be magnitude of minus 1, that is 1, and its angle will be plus or minus 2n plus 1 into 180 degree for n is equal to say 0, 1, 2 and so on. It is a integer, n is integer. And why this happens? So when it is minus 1, what you can see is, for its elaboration, let us consider that GSHS is, let us do it here. GSHS is minus 1. So this is the minus 1. And we can see that its magnitude is 1 and its angle is, if we go like this, it's 180. If we go like this, it's minus 180. And at the same time, it's 180. Also after one rotation, it becomes 540. With another rotation, it becomes 900. And so on. If we go by negative direction, it is minus 180, minus 540, minus 900 and so on. So which are obtained by this formula. So this one is magnitude condition, and the second one is angle condition or phase condition. As these conditions are of the characteristic equations, hence these conditions must be satisfied by every root of the characteristic equation. So any point will be the part of root locus if and only if these two conditions are satisfied. If these two conditions are satisfied, then one can say that the point is on the root locus. Now, as here we have seen that putting different case it is difficult, and Ivan developed a separate methodology for sketching the root locus. So in the next lecture, we will see the properties of Ivan's root locus and then procedure to sketch it. It is enough in this lecture. Thank you.